A rich and welcoming place steeped in history, art, and culture, but also a place of deeply felt emotions and values. Padua, a miniature universe just waiting to be discovered. Our journey begins right here in Padua, a splendid city of the Venetian hinterland. Boasting over 3,000 years of history, it bears witness to great culture and civilization. Here, one can find unrivaled masterpieces such as Giotto's frescoes in the Scrovegni Chapel. The chapel is considered to be one of the greatest monuments to figurative art of all time. One can also find the Miracles of Saint Anthony, painted by Titian in the Scuola del Santo at the beginning of the 16th century. And the life of Saint Christopher, as it was recounted to the Eremitani monks by Andrea Mantegna. The Basilica of Saint Anthony contains Donatello's sculptural masterpieces. This is just a taste of the thousands of treasures preserved in a city where past still communicates with present. This is also true for the Patavina University, which is one of the oldest in the world. Step into the ancient courtyard to experience its unique atmosphere, a mixture of vitality and cultural turmoil. It was founded in 1222, and among its lecturers, it once boasted Galileo Galilei. The university's botanical garden has been designated as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Padua is also about energy, dynamism, and creativity. It is no coincidence that one of the very symbols of Padua is the historical and prestigious Caffè Pedrocchi, which since 1831 has been the true fulcrum of Paduan social life. The city, which is at the heart of the northeastern economy, boasts elegant and very exclusive shops. One can also wander around the colorful stalls of the bustling and noisy daily market. And when evening comes, an aperitif is a must, as the atmosphere becomes electric. Then it's off to dinner in one of the many characteristic and stylish restaurants which are dotted about the city streets. Music, dance, theater, cinema, gatherings, and festivals. The artistic and cultural offering is vast and available throughout the year. A place of hospitality, vitality, and metropolitan rhythms, but also spirituality, contemplation, and silence. Here are the great basilicas of Padua. St. Anthony's, a treasure trove of art and faith, with its great domes alternating with slender minarets, beautiful cloisters, and numerous works of art dedicated to one of the best-loved saints in the world. Then there is Santa Giustina, an imposing, tacit custodian of the remains of the young proto-martyr Justina. And there is also the cathedral. Its baptistry dates from the 3rd century and was frescoed by Giusto de Menaboi in the 4th century. Outside the city, one can find ancient monasteries and great abbeys, the most important of which is the Benedictine Abbey of Praglia, site of art and faith. If we imagine we are on a burcio, a traditional Paduan riverboat, we can take our leave of Padua and drift along enchanting waterways to visit her beautiful surrounding areas. It takes the thermal waters of the Euganean Spa 25 to 30 years to become enriched with mineral salts and other beneficial substances, which render it absolutely unique and indispensable in the quest for health and well-being. After a long underground journey, the meteoric waters, suffused with geothermic energy, gush forth at a constant temperature of 37 to 87 degrees, giving lifeblood to the largest spa in Europe specializing in mud and balneotherapy. In over 100 hotels, each with its own spa area, treatments are carried out by highly specialized personnel with officially approved mud. Water, earth, air, nature's treasures combine with thousand-year-old spa tradition to offer the very best in hospitality and well-being. The beauty and charm of the Euganean Hills have always inspired writers and renowned poets, such as the great Francesco Petrarca. How can one remain unaffected by the sweet profile of the hills and the alternating pattern of the natural vegetation? While glimpsing a villa here, a castle there, or perhaps a hermitage or sacred sanctuary. The areas surrounding Padua have much to offer. Villa Contarini in Piazzola sul Brenta, for example, an imposing and spectacular building of enormous historical value. Here it is a pleasure to wander through the beautiful frescoed rooms, stopping to admire the huge ballroom, just looking around the priceless library. There is the sobriety and rigor of the walled cities. Cittadella is unique in Europe, as it is the only fortified town in the plain with an elliptical perimeter. It is also perfectly preserved. How could one ever forget these ancient walls, which Dante immortalized in the Divine Comedy? Monselice, bastion of Federico II. Este, cradle of the ancient civilization of the Paleo-Venetians. And Montagnana, with its splendid ring wall and evocative palio of the 10 municipalities, reconstructing the history of the art of fortification. However, the province of Padua can offer you still more. Cyclists, fans of horse racing, golfers and hikers will all find ideal infrastructures and unbeatable organization to help them in their chosen activities. It is possible to explore many kilometers of lush riverbanks or shady paths signposted by the Euganean Hills Regional Park. It's all waiting to be discovered, as are the food and wines. The area boasts excellent DOC wines, inspected and certified by the Consortium for the Protection of DOC Wines for the Euganean Hills, Bagnoli, and Merlara. There is also the delicate Euganean oil, which has a particular fruity flavor with an almond aftertaste. Bigoli pasta with duck meat sauce, rice with peas. One can then continue with sweet Montagnana ham, pressed pork brawn, game or Paduan hen. And for dessert, surely a couple of zaletti, biscuits made with cornmeal flour, and 3 pazientini, biscuits made with hazelnuts and almonds. The whole of Padua province deserves to be seen, loved, experienced, and discovered. Partly to provide an unforgettable holiday and, why not, partly to rediscover oneself in a motherland.